whatever that means.
Yeah, you went to Berkeley in Boston.
Yeah. So eventually I got into jazz, right? But I kind of came through it in the opposite way, almost like discovering music while going back in time, right? Listening to rock and roll.
Yeah, totally. And then you're like, what inspired this?
Yeah.
Or what inspired this?
Yeah.
Or what inspired this?
Totally. So between the rock and roll, I got into the jazz fusion, right? Mahavishnu Orchestra, Return to Forever.
Yeah.
Stuff that was a small enough gap to get in from the rock. And that's when I really fell in love with jazz. So I started listening to Miles Davis, John Coltrane, and probably my biggest inspiration right now is Ornette Coleman, who's, kind of the, can I say inventor of free jazz? Pioneer of free jazz.
You can. I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
You're the one with the jazz degree.
Yeah, jazz nerds don't listen to this or quote me on anything. Ornette Coleman had a cool quote. He said, the most beautiful thing about being human is your decision in the moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
And so sort of what that means to me is my favorite thing about playing music, even though when I was a kid, I fell in love with just learning the tunes, right? Discovering records. But when it crossed into playing with other people and understanding what they felt like, what they wanted, and how to build something with them, that was the most beautiful thing to me, right?
Right.
And that's what keeps me in the game still is, after this, I'm going to go play at Guild & Co. with Paul Clark on drums. And at this point, I know what he's about so much. I've heard him play so much that he doesn't have to look me in the eyes to cue me anymore.
Right.
Like sometimes we will have visual cues, but at this point, I just know where he's going, right? And it's, it's somewhere between, it's a little bit of mind reading at a certain point,
Somewhere between like telepathy and empathy.
Totally. You tap into some empathetic energy a little bit, and that's the biggest thing that I love about music is appreciating other people that I'm playing with and other people that are watching, because the people that are watching are going to change the energy just as much as the people playing.
I love so much that is such a common thread.
Yeah.
That I hear from so many musicians that are either gigging or recording or new to the scene or old to the scene is that sense of synchronicity or community or communication like that. I remember when I was this dumb little story.
Yeah.
When I was at this hotel in Seattle. It was a hostel in Seattle, and I went down to the the common room area, and there was a bunch of people hanging out. And there's one dude, and I was super stoned, and there was one dude in the corner playing guitar. And the room was just like you walk into the room, it's just like hazy, full of weed and cigarette smoke. This is back before you couldn't smoke indoors, and everyone was just like getting stoned. People from all over the world. And I saw one dude play guitar in the corner. And I'm not a great guitarist. What I love to do when I'm playing guitar, I'm not even a good guitarist, is I can play like a blues riff that someone can play over. And that's it. But I haven't played in years.
So you got
something like that.
You can hold that down?
Something similar to that. You're overestimating my skills as a guitarist.
Cool.
But this guy was really good, and I had my guitar in my room, and I went upstairs and grabbed my guitar, and I came back down, and I just sat down next to him and started playing along. It was like, okay, what key is he in? We figured it out, and playing. I sat in that corner with him for, I don't know, rest of the night, and we hung out. We weren't just playing; we actually hung out. Mm-hmm. The next morning, I come down the stairs, and I walk into the kitchen for the hostel kitchen.
Yeah.
And so it's a hostel kitchen, so you get your breakfast and everything. You sit down. It's like you make your own breakfast. You sit down. This woman sits down next to me, and she just starts speaking in French, just rattling on in French. And I was like, I'm really sorry, I don't speak French. She switches to English, And she goes, what do you mean you don't speak French? You spent all night hanging out with, let's call him Vincent, for lack of a better name. And I was like, who the hell is Vincent? She's like, the guy you were playing guitar with. I was like, oh, I didn't catch his name. She was like, no, his name's Vincent. I'm like, okay.
You guys didn't even talk.
We didn't even fucking speak.
Sick.
She was like, he doesn't speak a word of English. How did you guys hang out all night? I'm like, oh, we were just playing guitar. I had no idea that the guy couldn't speak English.
Nice. Cool, man.
But I love that about, that's like such a thing that exists within music.
Yeah.
The way that people can do that.
Yeah, man. There's this super cool kid. He's a guitar player going to Cap College. And so transcribing is when you learn someone else's solo, sort of steal their licks, right?
Right. Yeah.
And he was in the phase, I've been in the same phase where it's more than making music. He's in the study phase where you're trying to gather information, right? It's like becoming a tradesperson, right?
Right.
Just getting your tools together. And he's saying to me, that was really cool, this blah blah. What should I transcribe?